Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another awesome video. My name is Lewis and today we're going to be answering a big question that I've been getting a lot lately, and that is, can you daily drive a Porsche Cayman? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys reasons why you can drive the Porsche Cayman on a daily basis, and then I'm also going to list off a few reasons why you can't drive a Porsche Cayman on a daily basis. And then based on your own situation and your own lifestyle, you'll be able to see if driving a Porsche Cayman on a daily basis works for you. Before we start this video, guys, I just want to let you know that we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, so that we can get there and keep making more awesome videos like this one. So let's go ahead and start off with the reasons why you can daily drive a Porsche Cayman. So one of the first reasons why you can daily drive this car on a daily basis is because you have a lot of trunk space. You actually have two trunks. You have one in the back, which fits honestly a lot more than I thought. You also have this right here that you can use if you have maybe like anything longer, a duffel that doesn't necessarily fit here. And then you also have the front trunk, which is extremely deep, and you can fit a lot in here. Right now I just have some gym shoes and some random stuff in there, but this is probably the trunk that I use the most, only because you can just throw everything in there. Like, it is genuinely a big trunk. I would say you can probably fit more in here than you can in the back trunk, which is honestly pretty surprising. You also have this back compartment right behind me. Super convenient. Most of the time if it's raining, I live in Central Florida, so we have that 3 o'clock shower all the time. I will just run into the car, whatever bag I have with me, a backpack, whatever, I just throw it back there. Super easy. I don't really have to worry about it. It doesn't really move around either when it's back there. So that's probably the most beneficial thing when it comes to daily driving this car. You have a ton of storage space. I'm gonna close that door because it is very windy out there. But another reason why you are able to daily drive this car is because the car actually gets great fuel economy. I know that's probably not the first thing you think of when you think of a mid-engine sports car like the Porsche Cayman, but if you are daily driving it, it's something to think about. I don't know the exact numbers, but I usually don't have to fill this car up more than once a week, and I'm out driving a lot. Another reason why you can daily drive a Porsche Cayman is because even though these are sports cars, it is actually very comfortable to drive. The ride is great as long as you are only commuting about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes at the most. The reason I say that is because even though the ride quality is great, my car is lowered on H&R springs, so that affects the ride quality a little bit, but still a great driving car. These seats are not the most comfortable seats out there. This is meant to be a sports car, and that's kind of what it is. These seats hold you in pretty good, but right there, this is an issue for me, and this is an issue. It kind of sits a little weird. So in long commutes, I would say anything longer than 45 minutes, these seats can get very uncomfortable. Other than that though, if you're commuting just 30 minutes, they are very comfortable, and the ride quality is very good on this car. Another reason why you can daily drive this car is because they're just easy to drive. I've driven other sports cars like the McLaren 720S, even the Corvette C8. They're a little intimidating when you get in them, especially in the beginning. But this car, right from the beginning, was super comfortable, felt like I was right at home. And because it's a relatively small car, these cars are not big cars, it makes it very easy to drive this, to park this, to just own this and live with it on a daily basis, because it's just an all-around, not just a sports car, it's just a great car in general. Another reason would be because it's more than just a sports car. This is also a luxury car. So Porsche does a really good job at making this interior just a great place to be. They have this leather wrapped steering wheel, which is absolutely amazing. You also get these switches right here to switch from normal to Sport Plus. Everything you touch feels amazing. Even this right here, super like that metal feeling. The paddles are metal paddles, and that's just great. You have a great infotainment or gauge cluster right there. If you have Sport Chrono, you get this classy clock up here, which is also a stopwatch. The air vents have the metal finish around them, which is, you know, just another thing that adds to the luxury in this car. The infotainment system is absolutely amazing. If you're an Apple user, you get Apple Play here, which is just, you know, a good thing to have in a daily driver. This is leather wrapped as well, which is great. You also get the famous Porsche cup holders. And then that closes up to hide that away. Now I will say one thing I don't like is putting a drink that condensates right here, because it will drip on all of this, and that is no bueno. But you do have one over here, and that's usually where I keep anything cold that may condensate. Then you get these door handles, which are, you know, really classy in a metal finish. And then even closing the door, I'm not sure if you guys heard that, you get this solid thump. I'm not sure if I'm the only person that likes the door thump, like a solid thump, but it's just a good feeling. Seeing that and feeling that, it's very luxurious. You get leather right here on this, which is nice. Everything about this interior is just very luxurious, and that definitely helps with living with this car on a daily basis. The car also has an amazing sound system. Obviously I can't show you guys how the sound system sounds over this video, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. I have the Bose sound system in this car, and it works amazing. You know, those long commutes, blasting some songs. I'm a huge road tripper, so when I go on road trips, I love to just blast music on those long highway straightaways. And lastly guys, another reason why you might wanna daily drive a Porsche Cayman, it's because it's just fun. Doing normal things in the Porsche Cayman make those things more fun. Like going to the grocery store to pick up some things, like it's more fun doing it if you're driving the Porsche Cayman. You know, driving home from work and knowing that I have to get off the off-ramp on the highway, I'm so excited to do it just to see how fast I can take the off-ramp. And little by little, I'm getting faster and faster. Like I've almost made a game of it. So it's just small things like that. When you're driving this car on a daily basis, it almost makes your day that much better. We are in Florida and it's about 90 degrees, so I had to switch spots to this, you know, shaded area where I can kind of be in the shade and not completely drenched in sweat while I'm shooting this video. But let's go ahead and dive into some of the reasons why you may not want to drive this car on a daily basis. I have it all written down on my phone. So we're gonna go ahead and start with, it's kind of a pain to get in and out of the car because the car is so low. Obviously, it's a sports car. You don't expect it to be high off the ground. And my car is lowered on the H&R lowering springs, like I've previously said. But even prior to lowering the car on the lowering springs, it still does sit pretty low. And getting in and out is sometimes an issue. If you're doing it constantly throughout the day, it's definitely a problem for me. Whenever I do drive this car to work, I'm constantly going places, leaving, going to other places, coming back. So I'm constantly in and out of the car. If you work in an office and maybe you show up there, park, and then you only get back in the car after your workday is done, then that's not really going to be much of an issue for you. But figure I'd just let you guys know, because for me, it is something that I think about when driving this car. Getting in and out so much is kind of a pain. Another thing that you have to worry about when daily driving a Porsche Cayman is definitely your parking situation. So if you're taking this thing to the grocery store, if you're taking this thing to the office, no matter where you're going, you have to make sure that you find the right parking spot, usually under some shade like this tree, and usually far away from other people, because other people just don't give a damn about your car. And it's kind of sad. I've seen it multiple times. You know, people park right next to you, they swing their door open, literally with no care in the world, and they will ding up your car. And that's why whenever I drive this car, I'm the guy that parks all the way in the back. Not because I want to be that guy, but just because I don't trust people. They just don't care about other people's things. So for you, that may not matter as much, but for me, it does. You know, this car means a lot to me. I want to keep this car looking good, and having someone else ding it at the grocery store or at the office would just kind of really piss me off. Another thing you're gonna have to worry about if you're planning on daily driving a Porsche Cayman is how low the car sits. Obviously, like I said, my car sits lower than normal because of the H&R lowering springs, but normally the car comes low as stock. So you're definitely gonna have to keep in mind that when you go up certain driveways, you're gonna have to be careful. Speed bumps are gonna be a pain. I bottomed out in a few speed bumps already when the car was stock. So those are things that you're definitely gonna have to think about when you're planning to drive this car on a daily basis. This next reason is more of an obvious one, but if you're looking at getting a Porsche Cayman, you probably already know this. The car only has 2 seats, and that can be a real issue for some people because they would like to fit more people in their car. Let's say you have kids or something like that, or you just want friends to ride along with you, then you may want to look into something like a Porsche 911 instead of a Porsche Cayman, because the Porsche 911 has 4 seats and the Porsche Cayman only has 2. Another thing that you're gonna wanna worry about if you're planning on daily driving this car is your actual commute. If you're sitting in traffic a lot on your way to work or whatever you're doing, this car is not fun just sitting in traffic. Like you're just sitting there. The gearbox is kind of more of a race car gearbox, and even though the PDK is absolutely amazing on a daily basis, it's still annoying sitting in traffic and kind of feathering the gas and going forward. It can be a little lurchy and it can get kind of annoying, and I wouldn't want to do that every single day. Maybe if you get stuck in traffic every once in a while, it's not bad, but I can't imagine being stuck in traffic. Like if you live in California, the traffic there is so awful, and having to do that in this every day. So in conclusion, guys, it's really up to your own personal situation if you can daily drive a Porsche Cayman or not. I actually don't daily drive my car. I drive a 2017 Toyota Prius on a daily basis because of the amount of miles that I put on my car each month for work. I'm also in construction. I'm a project manager, so I'm in and out of job sites all the time, and I actually took this car to the job site a few days ago and could not make it through the driveway because of how low it was. But like I said, it's really up to you. There are some people that can daily drive this car, and that's amazing. I hope one day I can daily drive this car because I absolutely love it. So if you can daily drive it, good for you. That is amazing. If you can't daily drive it, well then you're still gonna enjoy this car a hell of a lot on the weekends like I do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys found some value from this video, and make sure to hit the subscribe button because we have plenty more videos to come. But I will catch you guys in the next one.